Central banks have been a cornerstone of the global financial structure since their creation. The first central bank was the Bank of Sweden, founded in 1668. However, the Bank of England, established in 1694, is often considered the model for modern central banks. These banks emerged as institutions that not only managed the issuance of currency, but also had the responsibility of stabilizing the national economy and managing reserves of gold and other assets. Central banks play a crucial role in the economic stability of a nation. Through monetary policies, such as regulating interest rates and controlling the money supply, these banks influence inflation, employment, and economic growth. A classic example is the response of the U.S. Federal Reserve during the Great Depression, when it intervened to stabilize banks and revive the economy. Inflation is one of the most critical economic phenomena that central banks try to control. Through monetary policies, such as changing interest rates and open market operations, central banks can influence the amount of money in circulation and, therefore, inflation. This scene delves into how these policies affect inflation and how central banks balance economic growth with price stability. Apart from controlling inflation, central banks also play a vital role in financial stability. They act as lenders of last resort, providing liquidity to commercial banks in times of crisis to avoid banking collapses. A prominent example is the 2008 financial crisis, where the U.S. Federal Reserve and other central banks intervened to save key financial institutions and restore confidence in the banking system. The independence of central banks is a fundamental principle to ensure that monetary policy decisions are not influenced by short-term political pressures. Independent central banks can make decisions based on economic data and long-term objectives, such as inflation control and economic stability. In the 21st century, central banks face new challenges and opportunities. Globalization, technological innovation, and changes in financial markets have transformed the way central banks operate. Today, institutions such as the European Central Bank and the Bank of Japan are at the forefront of adopting new technologies and strategies to manage complex and globalized economies. Cryptocurrencies represent one of the most disruptive developments in the global financial system. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies have challenged traditional forms of money and raised questions about the future of finance. Central banks are responding to this challenge in a variety of ways, from regulating cryptocurrencies to developing their own digital currencies, such as China's digital yuan. In the information age, transparency and effective communication are essential for central banks. Through press releases, reports, and conferences, central banks inform the public and markets about their decisions and policies. This transparency helps reduce uncertainty and maintain trust in financial institutions. Globalization has led to greater cooperation between central banks of different countries. Through organizations such as the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, central banks collaborate on policy formulation, crisis management, and supervision of the global financial system. The future poses many challenges for central banks. Economic uncertainty, demographic changes, climate change, and technological innovations are just some of the areas that will require the attention of central banks. The decisions and policies of central banks have a direct impact on people's daily lives. From interest rates that affect mortgage loans and savings, to policies that stabilize the prices of goods and services, the actions of central banks influence our personal finances. Subscribe now to our Echoes of Commerce channel to stay up to date with fascinating content on finance and economics. If you like this video, please like and share it with your friends so they can also learn how central bank policies influence our daily lives. Leave us your comments below and tell us what you think, and don't forget to follow us so you don't miss any details. Thanks for being part of our community.